Hello, everybody, and future Annika. It's 11:30. I pondered waiting and just doing this video tomorrow, but I have 2 tours tomorrow, and I just don't want today to get lost. Today was amazing. The tour was pretty place, well-intentioned, sweet guide, just so big that the tour wasn't the high point of the day. The high point of the day was the wonderful group of people that I met. What I'm finding in a lot of these experiences and tours is God bringing people into my life. I told you guys about the rough time that I had in France there for a couple of days. And I know it's probably sounding like all I talk about now is how he's responded, but he has. And that's what I feel is important to relay, is that anytime I've been in need, comfort, a smile, company, anything, he's provided those things. So today, somebody just said something really exciting outside in the courtyard. I don't know if it sounds like a party. I took the subway this morning because it was going to be a 38-minute walk to the meeting point for the group. And considering I needed to be there by 8:15, yesterday was a travel day. It's always kind of hard to sleep the first night in a new hotel room. I decided I would take the subway. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I decided I'd take the subway. So I did. I got to the train station right on time. Got situated. Like I said, it was a really big group. We were on a huge tour bus and it was pretty much full, maybe a couple empty seats, but for the most part full. We had these little radios with a single ear hoopty to listen to the guide tell us everything and instructions and stuff, and that was just annoying because you could hear everything she was saying even when she wasn't meaning to say everything to us, and so it was kind of like, meh. But the sights were beautiful. We went all along Lake Como from the very southern point of the city of Como up the kind of left leg. So if you've looked at a map of Lake Como, it kind of looks like and am I remembering this correctly? So I can't remember now. Like the flux capacitor. Okay, I'm a big giant nerd, so think back to the future. I feel like it just looks like that, kind of like a peace sign. Am I remembering that correctly? Maybe I'm not. But anyways, if I am, then I feel like Lake Como looks like that. It's like 2 legs and then a sticky up bit, like the lines of a peace symbol. And Como starts in the lower left corner one and goes up, and we went to Bellagio, which is the town in the very center where the 3 kind of legs meet each other. We passed by George Clooney's 2 villas. One of them's right on the water and the other one is right behind that. According to our tour guide, the second one he bought specifically for his friends and family to stay. I guess he doesn't like people to stay in his actual house because that's where he wants to stay. So he has another villa right behind it for guests to stay in. So we saw that. That was about the only thing of note besides, historical stuff, and this cardinal and that built this thing and that these years, many, many moons ago. But it was beautiful. The lake was beautiful. The little town that we stopped in at Bellagio was great. But the best part was after I wandered about and found the picture taking spot, I was going down this alleyway with these cobbled little stone steps. And it was super fun. So I'm walking down and I'm looking for a place to eat because I had eaten breakfast about 7, and by this time it was 1:30 or so. So I was getting pretty hungry, and I'm just looking for some place to eat. And I end up going down this long alley and I turn in, and this restaurant is like built into the wall almost. I don't know how to describe it. I took a video. I'm not sure it's going to do it justice, but essentially you walk in and it's like you're built into the wall of the stone, everything, and the restaurant's in there. And it was called Blake's which is my son's name, so that made me smile. And sat down, and the owner slash server person's name was Anthony. He was super sweet. I sat down and I ended up sitting next to a table of 6, and I recognized them. I was pretty sure that they were part of my tour group. And at one point I turned and I asked to confirm that. Are they part of our tour group or my tour group? And they did confirm that. And then they just, in passing, and you'll hear in the video, and I left the audio in there because it was thoroughly amusing, they said something about going into the restroom and how it was like an experience or good luck figuring it out or whatever. And it was hilarious because I ultimately did get up because I wanted to wash my hands. I'd been wandering about a tour bus and everything, and I was about to eat, so I wanted to wash my hands. So I went in there and I couldn't figure out how to turn the water on, so I ended up popping my head back out. They're all laughing, and the person who runs the place is laughing and comes in and, you know, to show me how it works. And the whole thing looked like really old, and so you didn't expect it to have any sort of modern day technology to it, which is exactly what it was. It had a sensor that when you put your hands under, it would turn on. There was a sensor, but everything looked so old school that you would never expect there to be a sensor. So you're looking all around trying to hit on things and whatever. You'll see, I did a little mini video of the bathroom. It's hilarious. So that just kind of broke the ice with this wonderful group of people, and I proceeded to spend the rest of the day with them. We finished our lunch, then we ended up getting getting on the boat together. Then we went from Bellagio to Lugano in Switzerland. So our bus took us from one lake to the other lake, back to Switzerland where I left yesterday. And a different town though, one that I hadn't been in before. And we wandered about and found a restaurant and found some drinks, and I just continued to hang out with this amazing group of 6 folks. And then at the end of the tour, I crashed their party yet again and just invited myself along to join them for dinner. And they're amazing. They're an amazing group of people. It's a family, 3 brothers and their wives. And I'm gonna say all their names because I told them I was gonna put them in this video, and so I feel like I have to say their names. So it's Kelly and her husband Daniel, and Charity and her husband Matthew, and Sue and her husband John. And they're just an incredibly kind, hilarious group of people, and I had the most amazing day with them, and dinner tonight was incredible. Found a pizza place, had appetizers and crazy pizza. What I ordered was a folded pizza, and I wanted to get something that was very true to Milan, and so I asked the waiter for his input, and he said, oh, you definitely have to get the fried one. And I get it, and it's like this big. I mean, it was massive. You'll see in the picture. It is the hugest thing. It was insane. Anyways, then we got all the different types of desserts, and the way this family works, and I just love them, was everybody shares. So we got one of everything, and then everybody just passes everything around, and we all take a bite out of everything. And then the waiter also brought us digestives, which is like a drink at the end of your meal to help process everything. And so he brought us like 1 or 2 of all the different types so that we could try them, and you just take a sip. And so we got to try all of those. So that was really fun too. And then John and Sue, in their infinite sweetness, walked me part of the way back to my hotel because I was on my own walking, you know, to the opposite direction to where their hotel was. And so they walked with me part of the way just to watch out for me. And their kindness warms my soul. They made me feel safe and cared for, and I just had the best day. And the tour, while great and lovely, and I saw some beautiful things, will not be remembered as the high point of this day. The high point of this day was those people. So thank you, God, for bringing those people into my life and the experience, and thank you, my new friends. I'm so blessed to have met you. Good night, all. Beautiful morning, walking to the train station. This is the spot where the 3 parts of Lake Como meet. So I am at the middle spot where the little legs, the top leg, and then the 2 that go down meet. Pretty cool. Managed to get the point spot all by myself for just a minute. There's tons of people around, but winning. Oh my gosh, I caught the cool alley with no people in it. So fun. Hello. So cool. I can duck. No, it's all good. It'll be fun commentary for the background. It's so pretty in here. You have to use the bathroom. Oh, I do? Okay. You have to use the bathroom. There we go. There's my friends.
And because Kelly's ready? Cheers from Switzerland. Yeah, hold on. Cheers from Switzerland. Everybody, there you go. See, I can do that. Doesn't matter.
Just another lake in Switzerland. Lugano this time. How beautiful is this fountain? This is my friend Kelly and her husband Daniel. Hello. I was just videotaping.